Alright, this is going to be my first reading as Big C. This is the Priestess of Light Oracle Guidebook. I usually do a 3-card spread, past, present, and future. I've cleansed prior to this, and we're just going to see what we get. So, God, my ancestors, please provide me with 3 cards, past, present, future, that can go with this energy we have going forward right now. Past, present, future. I'm gonna put that one back. Let's see if it goes back out. I was setting boundaries. I've gotten that one for the past recently. Oh shit, we're not taking all that. Duality, many meanings, understanding. Okay. Past, we have power over difficulty. Present, we have clairvoyance. And future, we have duality. I'm gonna go ahead and flip that bitch around real quick, because ghetto style, I don't have everything that I should for this. So, past, present, future. Maybe we can do a little tilt, like so. No, not gonna work. Alright, read it. We'll just read it. Okay. In the past, we have power over difficulty. Reclaiming your power. This card brings you a warning that there are situations, people, or patterns in your life threatening to take over. The snake can be venomous, tempting, or even strangling. This card is an important reminder to be honest with yourself and investigate your relationships in your daily activities, to determine what may be harmful or dishonoring to you, or even be consuming to you. If someone is bringing a toxic energy to your life, it may be necessary to let that person go, or at least reduce your exposure dramatically. If a situation seems to be suffocating you or sapping your sense of freedom and enthusiasm, it's time to rethink your motivation for remaining engaged. And if you're feeling a building resentment for a job or personal task, this card is telling you to learn how to bring more conscious joy to the experience or even exit it altogether. Also, be mindful of all your own personal patterns. Consider the causes of your making and the results they're creating. You don't want to become the snake that eats its own tail, consuming your own life force and sabotaging your own desire to move forward. Yet always remember that indomitable strength of your inner spirit and true life force, represented here by the swans, who, in spite of their gentle beauty, are very powerful creatures, capable of striking anything that attacks. You have that power as well, and this card is telling you to strike out at your own self-sabotaging patterns and to break free from any other limiting influences holding you down. Become conscious and courageous in your ongoing choices. You have the power now. Okay, we have an affirmation for that. Affirmation: I release toxic people and patterns from my life. I empower myself in my choices and in my relationships. We're going to be moving on now. Present, clairvoyance. Inspiration, interpretation, and trust. The Oracle of Delphi gazes into her scrying bowl, patiently waiting for the images to take shape. She knows that a message is coming, so she remains peaceful and unafraid. There are 2 steps to her process, however. Once she receives the information, which often comes in the form of a riddle, she must interpret its meaning. This process applies to your intuitive experience as well. Whether you realize it or not, you do have the ability to receive important messages from Spirit. You also have the wisdom to make accurate interpretations. This card is telling you it's time to let go of old doubts and open up to your own clairvoyant process. Like the oracle with her scrying bowl, you might find it helpful to use specific tools and techniques. Perhaps you will be called to read oracle cards or pursue mediumship. Whatever form your intuitive process may take, let yourself be a trusting receiver. Then, take your time interpreting the messages. It may seem complex at first, like you're putting the pieces of a jigsaw puzzle together, but if you relax and let go of the need to perform and the need to be right, soon the answers you seek will become clear. There's something you must know about your oracular powers. There is no wrong seeing. Everything exists in energetic potential. As the energy changes, the outcomes you see will change as well. Be open to receiving and patient in your interpretations. Trust yourself, for you are the oracle of your eternal life. Affirmation: more and more, I trust in my own intuitive process. I open to Spirit's guidance in understanding the messages I receive. Last but not least, we have duality. Many meanings, misunderstanding. The disciple priestess Magdalena sits at the entrance to a cave, a place of retreat. The skull on her lap indicates her spiritual side, whereas the open book represents her scholarly and educated side. Her red dress and white sash beneath her are symbols of the divine feminine and divine masculine combined. Your life is also full of dualities. You are at the same time masculine and feminine, physical and ethereal, fully human and fully divine. This card encourages you to explore all these true yet diverse aspects of yourself. It may feel strange to dive into new spiritual practices if you've always been physically oriented. An active masculine approach to life may feel unnatural if you've traditionally been in a more reflective and feminine mode. But these deeper layers of yourself now long to be expressed. In opening up to these experiences, you will tap important, previously unknown strengths and talents and widen the scope of your spiritual, your personal, and even your professional life. Finally, there is a message of warning. In this card regarding disordered perceptions, Magdalena, or Mary Magdalene, has been historically misunderstood,